Hey everybody, welcome back to blog number 2 for Gardening with ADHD. Just a few changes today, but also talk about some of the plans that I've got coming up, and just some of the progress that's actually come up in the garden in the last couple of weeks. So, kind of excited. We had a bunch of seeds that we weren't holding out a whole lot of hope for. They decided to come up this week, so we're pretty excited about that. We had our carrots finally show some sprouts. Our radishes were already here last week, but since then we've also seen some yellow onion and our cucumbers. So give me a second, let me turn the camera around and I'll go over what all's coming up, what kind of things we're noticing, and we'll go from there. So, alright, so this is the green bed, the first bed that I bought, or built I should say. So, big change this week. If you see this pink line running across, we've been having some problems with some of the sprouts that were coming up where they were getting attacked. So we think it was birds. Again, those pesky birds. And so I wanted to put up some bird netting. So just a real simple fix. I got some 10-foot pieces of rebar that you can see right here. Cut it in half with my angle grinder. And then just put up a piece of string across. And so all in all, I mean, basically it was about $5 a bed on top of getting the bird netting. As you can see, I've got some kind of spots coming in on this tomato plant. I don't think it's bugs eating it yet, but I will keep an eye on it. I have been looking. Our cauliflower is coming in well. I can't see the sprouts for the yellow onion in this bed, but here's all of our carrots. You can see that. Last week they were not here at all, and now they're coming up. I've got a couple of squares with them in it. I'll go into the square foot gardening more later on this week as part of this week's deep dive. Right here you can see the cucumber that we've got coming up from seed. Eventually we'll vine that into the trellis. There's our chilies. Here you can see we put in a lavender plant and I believe that's a cilantro plant. No, that's a mint plant. Spearmint. Basically, the parsley wasn't coming up, and Kim basically said that she didn't really want it. So, want parsley, didn't find a need for it. So, decided to repurpose that pot since it wasn't growing. But we've got our cilantro over here. These are our wildflowers. Obviously they are coming in nice and strong. We'll see what happens with them over the next few weeks. And then that is our basil. So that's starting to actually come in pretty solid. I'm kind of excited there. More tomato plants, more of this issue. I'm not sure if it's just not getting enough water, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. These are some peas. We were in Home Depot today, and they had some that were already sprouted, so it's like, you know what, let's grab those because of the birds attacking our beans. So opted to just plant those in. I've got our lettuces still going strong, so pretty happy there. Might also be some Swiss chard. I'm not sure. I'm not even exactly sure what Swiss chard is, but lots of the gardeners talk about it. Again, we've got carrots coming up, yellow onion. got some sprouts in there somewhere. It's a little hard to get to. We put the netting on 2 of the beds. We forgot to buy more netting, so we'll have to do that this week. But then again, we've got more cucumber coming in. In the very back, right there, that's actually a bean sprout. We weren't expecting it. We were just going to plant some of the beans that we picked up, and then all of a sudden, we're just kind of feeling around. Let's just make sure that something's happening, and we happen to find them. So hopefully, they'll start growing big and strong here pretty soon. Still got our strawberries. Those are actually going to get replanted here soon, and I'll go into that in a second. This is going to be some forget-me-nots. We want to get some more flowers, some more things with color that'll attract bugs and birds and whatnot. Yes, I know I was complaining about birds, but there are beneficial birds. Then over here, green onion, carrots, again, all coming up. These are some more, I believe these are snap peas. Kimberly wanted some of those. And then more of the beans that are coming in. Like this morning, that guy was all curled over and, kind of sickly. And then by the time we got home this afternoon, he was popped up and excited to see us. So we'll see what happens. Kind of excited there. But otherwise, these beds are all looking good. Coming over here to, this is the north wall of our property. This is going to get rebuilt. I got some lumber to make this this is going to be a 2-foot by 4-foot bed. And this is where the strawberries are going to go. We bought some extra strawberry plants, and basically strawberries are a weed. And so I figured just give them a box, kind of let them go nuts, give them plenty of room, and we'll see what happens. So this is currently empty. We haven't decided what to put there. Originally it was going to be the strawberries, but then I went nuts. So currently it's unoccupied, which is okay. One of the gardening channels I listened to, he brought up a really good point about just leaving stuff empty. You might go and you might see something that you weren't expecting, so might as well just leave it empty and go from there. Now this one I'm kind of excited on, so I'm gonna get close, but right there, those are corn sprouts. So got one here, one here. So I'm pretty excited. I've been waiting a couple of weeks for those to come in. So the fact that they're there now, pretty happy with that. Last addition to the actual garden area that I want to show off, got a bird feeder, or bird bath, sorry. As you can tell from the water line, it is not quite level, but I'll work on that this week. I'm actually taking a week of vacation from work. Wife has all sorts of projects planned for me, but again, one of the things that I've been learning was talking about, here, I'm going to turn the camera around, so give me a second. One of the things that one of my gardening channels was talking about was how all of your birds and your bees, even when they're even if they're beneficial, you can attract them with flowers, but just like people, they need to drink too. So they want water, they want something to wash the nectar down. So basically his tip was put some kind of a water source in there. I figured make it a little nice. And so the nice thing about that one is it's got a little planter down below Sorry, trying to get it to focus on there. And there you can see it. And so we're actually going to put some more flowers in there. So I like the fact that it's got an option for multiple use, you know, things like that. And we have also decided that we now need a gnome to go with it. So if you have any good suggestions for a garden gnome, please link it down below. So last thing I wanted to show off, I've got kind of a new work area. So my parents, for my birthday, bought me a shade sail. And so I was able to get the hardware and get that mounted today. So you can see that there. That'll give me a nice little shaded area. I've got a workbench that was a hand-me-down from a friend who was redoing his garage. And so that's been really useful to have. Thank you, Chris. And it is a bit of a mess right now. Got the miter saw out. So, you know, all of this lumber stacked up right here. I can make that 2 foot by 4 foot box for the strawberries. I've got some soil right there. You know, because all of my good soil is used up in the big beds. But yeah, short answer. Good progress on the garden this week. Very excited to see things develop, see what we've got going on. You know, I'm really happy with how things are progressing. My wife is hoping we don't spend all of the money on stuff for the garden, but it has been a fun project. Her and I have been out here for a couple hours this evening, and just puttering around and talking about what we want and what we're hoping for. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed seeing the progress that we're making. Absolutely would love it if you gave it a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 20 subscribers in 1 week, so we're on our way. But yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing the progress, and we'll see you later this week for a deep dive. Have a great one.